Hello dear students, this is Business Research Methods and Project Work tutorial. The topic of this tutorial is Problem Identification and Definition. This tutorial is in continuation of early tutorial 2.1a. There I have discussed the process of problem formulation or problem identification. In this tutorial, the learning objective is to learn the process of problem definition. Problem definition is required after problem identification or formulation of the research problem. It is needed to be defined in measurable terms. In a research study, it is important to develop, define, or establish a set of rules, indicators, or yardstick in order to establish clearly the meaning of the words or items which are used for defining the problem. It is important to define the study population from which the researcher needs to obtain the required information. The study population needs to be defined in terms of geographic area, age group, gender, or other characteristics as the study demands. The concepts that are planned to be used either in the research problem or in identifying the study population in a measurable form are called working definitions or operational definitions. Operationalizing the study population means defining the population in identifiable terms, and operationalizing the concepts means defining in practical, observable, and measurable terms. The variables of the study also need to be defined for the study. If any relationship between variables is hypothesized, those are to be clearly stated. Here, for explaining problem definition, examples are taken, and in the examples, the study objectives are set. Those are to find out the proportion of teachers in Jorhat town adopting online teaching. And the second one, to measure the effectiveness of online teaching for learners in Jorhat town. Now here we will see how to define the study population and define the area or the problem taken for the study. In this example, the concepts to be studied are online teaching and effectiveness. So, what is the concept of online teaching? What constitutes online teaching? Then, regarding effectiveness, how to measure effectiveness of online teaching? Regarding the regarding the population to be studied, the target group is teacher. So who would you consider as teacher? This is an issue. Again, learner, this is another study population. So who would you consider as learner? So these are the issues. Now we will see how to define it. First, who would you consider as teacher? So teacher, there is a study population. So this group, the study population need to be defined clearly and specifically for the purpose of the study. A person who teach privately or who is doing teaching job in any institution. So which one you will consider as a study population or as a teacher in your study that need to be defined. Whether you are considering only the private tutors or you are considering those who are affiliated to any institution or you are considering both. So that need to be defined. Whether teacher from all levels, that is LP school, ME school, higher secondary, undergraduate, postgraduate, So who will be considered, or any one or two levels will be considered. So that need to be defined. Again, whether instructors or teachers from vocational institution and course will be considered for the study. So all these questions need to be stated or defined. So if these are defined or stated, then it can be said the study population has been appropriately defined for the study. Similarly, who would you consider as learner? There again, you need to consider, or you need to question, so which learner you are including. You are including lifelong learners, or you are including learners from LP school, ME school, higher secondary, undergraduate, postgraduate, or you are considering those learners who are privately learning. Again, regarding defining the concepts of the study, in this example, our concept was online teaching. So what constitute online teaching that need to be defined? Teaching through uploading video tutorials, lectures, text materials, live classes through online meeting or conference platform, webinars, assessment. So which of these are to be considered as online teaching? Those need to be defined clearly for the study. Another concept that is going to be used in the study is effectiveness. So the question here is how to measure effectiveness. Generally, effectiveness is measured against the objective set. So in our example, it is the learning objective, or how the knowledge gained through learning can be put to action. So for it, the indicators of effectiveness to be stated or defined. So some of the indicators, for example, the reach or access of alternative online teaching modes, quality of contents delivered, conceptual clarity, knowledge gained, positive change in attitude, encourage self-learning, and so on. So this can be some yardstick or indicators for measuring effectiveness of online teaching and learning. To summarize, in problem definition, every concepts or terms used in the research study need to be defined clearly and specifically, which is called operational definition or working definition, or simply you can say operationalization of the concepts. The variables of the study also to be stated, and if any relationship between variables is hypothesized, those are to be clearly stated. So with this, I am concluding today's tutorial. Thank you.